Welcome back to Good Day Sinlaw. Scott Coco joins us to preview the Crawfish Boil annual competition along with Cayenne, the crawfish. Thanks, guys, for joining the show.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. Well, tell us a little bit about this annual competition.
Sure. So this Saturday on April the 22nd, we're going to have our fourth, not annual, because we had some issues with the pandemic, but this is going to be our fourth event where we put on this crawfish boiling championship basically for the Sinlaw area. So we're going to have 30 teams boiling crawfish.
Wow.
And they're going to be competing against each other.
Okay.
And people can get there at about 10, the gates will open, and the crawfish will be available from 11 to 6 for all you can eat.
Wow. Okay. How are you going to determine who the winner is?
Well, it's a very unique process. There's about 40 to 50 volunteer judges.
Okay.
And it's a multi-tiered process of elimination process where each team will turn in about a 5-gallon bucket of crawfish, and it's all top secret. Doors are locked, nobody can get in, nobody can get out. And these 30 buckets will get judged, and they keep passing up to the last level. And last 5 people will determine who the winner's going to be. And then the winner's announced at the end of the event.
Wow.
And we also have 2 winners. So we have the grand champion, who the judges have selected as the winners, and then we have the People's Choice Award.
Interesting. Now, how does that work?
Well, everybody can, as you going around the property, each 10 by 10 tent is a boiling team, and they have a little container where you can buy tickets and vote for whoever you want.
Okay, so it's a tip system then.
It's sort of like that.
Could be, yeah. Yeah. Okay, right. Cool. Okay, so you have 30 teams.
30 teams.
Okay, so how do we as the public get to participate in this?
Well, as a eater, there's 2. You can be an eater or a boiler.
Okay.
So if you want to be an eater, you can go in advance and go to eventbrite.com and go to the Parish Crawfish Boiling Championship, and you can get your tickets there. In advance, they are $25 per wristband for an adult, and they're $15 for kids ages 12 to 5. Under 5 is free.
Okay.
If you want to get them the day of the event, you can get them out the gate, and they're only $5 more. They're $30. And the good thing about the wristband is you can come and go. So once you get your wristband, you can eat crawfish because, again, this goes from 11 to 6 p.m. this coming Saturday.
Wow.
So you can eat all the crawfish you want, go home, take a nap, come back in the afternoon.
Eat some for dinner.
And eat. But most people don't leave, and I'll tell you why. We put a barrier fence around the whole property, so it's secure. And we're going to have a security staff on hand at the gate, and that are going to be walking throughout the property. So in the back is a kids area that's designated. So we have the bouncy houses, obstacle courses. We have a magician who does a show every hour.
Wow. We
have face painters. We have a guy tying balloons. And so this area is designated for the kids. And we have some volunteers that are walking the property, the perimeter in that area, the kids area, just kind of keeping everything calm.
Right.
And it's all free to the kids.
Right.
So that way...
But that way their parents can eat crawfish.
That way, well, the parents can hang out on the other side where the adults are hanging out, and lave like the people like to do, and you know, enjoy themselves.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's a great idea, too, because it's hard to manage kids with crawfish all over your hands.
That's right. That's right. So, and the other reason why they probably are going to stay all day is we have live music.
Oh, fun.
We have 3 bands. We have the Kelly Roberts Band, the Cartoons, and the Hot Sauce Band.
Oh, wow.
It's all local talent from the Sinlaw area, and each one's going to play about, I'd say, an hour and a half.
Okay.
And listen, I've heard them play. They've played with us every year, actually. They play great tunes, good, a lot of cover songs, but a lot of their own material as well. And it's good dancing music. It's the Cajun music. It's some good rock and roll music, some easy listening music. And we always have a huge crowd of people in front of the stage dancing and cutting up and having a good time. So the fact that the news report this morning said 30% chance of rain, which will probably go down to 0, and it'll be a beautiful day like it was yesterday and today, it's going to be a great time.
It really will, and it looks like a fantastic event that y'all have, and you know, the competition element of it too is a big part of it, because who doesn't like a good friendly competition, right?
Well, that's right. And, you know, most of these folks know each other. So, you know, they like to challenge each other. But let me tell you an interesting bit of information. You know, how many times have you been to a crawfish boil and it's always guys stirring the pots, right?
Right.
Doing all the work. And some might think, if you're not used to seeing crawfish boils and not accustomed to being there, it's an all-man event. Well, guess what? The grand champion winner last year was an all-ladies team from Avoyelles Hospital.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
So,
and I'm sure they're not sharing their recipes or secrets, right?
No, and in fact, I did ask them at the end of the event last year if they would give me a couple of tips or hints of what their secret ingredient was, and they said it involved a lot of wine. Now, I don't know if that's in the crawfish or in the glasses,
right.
or what have you, but so it's a lot of fun. Now, we are expecting about 2,700 people.
Wow.
And we have 15,000 pounds of crawfish on hand. You know,
Okay.
when we put this on, our first event was back in 2018.
Wow. And y'all have come such a long way, too. And, you know, it's great to go ahead and get your tickets now on Eventbrite or the day of the event. Remind us what time everything kicks off on Saturday.
It starts, the gates will open at 10.
Okay.
And you can start eating at 11, and it will go until 6 p.m.
Awesome. Well, Scott, Cayenne, thank you so much for joining us and telling us about the boil. Sounds like a great time that you don't want to miss.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. And we'll be right back with more Good Day Sinlaw right after this break.